When we want to publish our BQ publish to tender, the system will have two validations for us. One of the validation is the BQ validation in terms of quantity, and another validation is in terms of printout validation. Okay, so to show example, let me click publish to tender here. Okay, so if there is any situation where BQ does not have quantity, right, then error message will pop up indicating empty grand total quantity detected. Please verify the affected bill items and update the quantity per unit. So you can see where is the bill that is having these errors, what is the item. Okay, so this is where you have to go to the item and input quantity if required. If not, then you have to change the item type. Okay, so let's go to our BQ first. We have bill to frame. Okay, so this is more of a standard BQ where you have one quantity, one rates. So in terms of this, for example, let's say there's no quantity, even though the item type is item, any item actually, except for heading, no ID, and item NL, then you don't have to input quantity. But apart from that, you have to input quantity, right? So here is where you actually have to input the quantity. Alright, so without quantity, the system will actually detect it as error and you will not be able to proceed to publish to tender. Okay, so this is more of a standard BQ. Let's say we have more of a multi-type BQ. Let me close this part here. Let's go to our build tree, which is a multi-type BQ. So we go to frame. Okay, so in most cases when we have a multi-type, there's two scenarios that can happen. One scenario is that we do not input any quantity at all for all the item types. Okay, if we do not put any quantity at all, for example, type A we do not put quantity, type B we do not put quantity, and type C we do not put quantity, but the item type is item, so the system will actually validate that as an error. So you have to input quantity, right? If let's say there's another scenario where you have input at least one quantity over here, for example, type A we have inputted one quantity, type B we do not put, type C we do not put. In this case, the system does not detect it as error because it will assume that type B and type C is 0. So as long as there's one quantity each row, the system will do not detect it as error. But if there's no quantity at all, for example like this, then it will be an error inside the system, right? So make sure if you see the error message, most likely at least one of them does not have quantity. So you have to fix this issue. Okay. So that's more of a BQ validation in terms of quantity. Let's say we have an error message, which is when we click publish to tender, we have this error at the build page generator. So in most cases, when it comes to this error, it's most likely due to the printout setting, whereby the description is too long, making it hard for the system to generate the printing out. So let's close this part here. Go to build tree. Easiest way to find out if, let's say, you have lots of elements here, easiest way to find out where the error is happening, you can just click print BQ. Print all, and then you can see the bill, the element, and what is the description that is too long. So in this case, header description is too long, right? So what I would suggest in terms of this to fix it, let's say we do not want to split our description, then what we can do is we go to BQ printout setting, go to font and number format, change it to 10. Right, basically we just want to change the number from size. So go element trait list, click print BQ. Just now we know it says structure walls, click print. Right, so now the header is fixed, but it's insufficient rows for the description. So what we want to do, let's go back here, close, double click. What we can do is we just click at the row, outdone it, close. Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's see if it has been fixed. Click print. Okay, So as you can see now, the BQ is okay, and then you can proceed to print out. So once everything is okay in terms of printing out, then we can just click close, publish to tender, and you can see everything has passed, and you can proceed to publish to tender. Okay, so that's the two validation done by the system. One is in terms of quantity, whereby you do not input any quantity at all for your item, and another one is in terms of printing out validation.